In the heart of the forest where shadows dance ominously between the ancient trees, there exists a chilling secret known only to a few. The trees themselves have witnessed centuries of human history, yet they hold one truth that stands out from the rest. Something so unsettling it would make your blood run cold. If these trees could speak, if their gnarled branches could articulate the horrors they've seen, then perhaps we might understand why the woods are best left unexplored in the dead of night. The forest has been home to many strange occurrences over the years, but none more terrifying than the night when zombies attacked. It was a typical summer evening. The sun beat down on the parched earth, and a light breeze rustled through the leaves, creating an almost hypnotic atmosphere. Families packed lunches and ran through the towering trees to reach the clearing. Laughter echoed around them as they prepared for their annual summer picnic. Children chased butterflies, their innocent joy mingling with the sweet scent of barbecue. For a while, the world seemed perfect. But as the sun began its slow descent, casting long, ominous shadows across the ground, the atmosphere shifted subtly. A low growl resonated from the edge of the woods, barely audible above the chatter and laughter. Initially dismissed as the sound of an animal, this primal rumble would soon become the soundtrack to a nightmare. As darkness descended, the festivities wound down. Families gathered their belongings, ready to return home. But as they rose, the growl from earlier echoed again, closer now, and with a menacing undertone. A sense of unease settled over the crowd. Whispers replaced laughter as people exchanged uneasy glances. Some, dismissing it as their overactive imaginations, pressed on toward their cars. Others, their unease growing, chose to stay put, hoping the unsettling noise would pass. And then they saw him. Emerging from the dark embrace of the trees was a sight that turned the blood of every onlooker to ice. A man stumbled into the clearing, his face contorted in a horrifying grimace. His eyes, vacant and soulless, stared straight ahead, revealing a glimpse into an abyss of unimaginable horror. But this was only the beginning. As he lurched forward, more figures emerged from the trees, each more grotesque than the last. They shambled toward the stunned onlookers, drawn by an insatiable hunger that chilled the very marrow in their bones. It was a scene straight out of a nightmare, a horde of the undead rising from their graves to feast on the living. Panic erupted. Screams split the night as people scattered, desperate to escape the nightmare unfolding before them. The peaceful picnic ground became a scene of utter chaos. Mothers cradled their children close, shielding them with their own bodies as they ran. Fathers formed a protective circle around their families, their faces grim with determination to fight another day. But against an army of relentless undead, what hope did they have? The first attack came swiftly, brutally ending any thoughts of escape. The shambling figures moved with a disturbing swiftness, their decaying hands reaching out, grasping at their victims with a strength that defied their emaciated forms. The forest, once a place of tranquility, was transformed into a hunting ground. The trees, silent witnesses to countless seasons, now stood as if in suspense, watching the unfolding horror. In the ensuing chaos, some managed to flee, disappearing into the dense undergrowth, hoping to evade their pursuers. Others found themselves trapped, cornered by the relentless horde. Each movement of the zombies was a macabre dance of death, their eyes burning with an unholy fire, their moans echoing the torment of souls forever damned. Amidst the carnage, stories of survival emerged. A group of teenagers, armed with nothing but their wits and courage, barricaded themselves inside an overturned food stall. Using makeshift weapons, they fought off wave after wave of attacks until dawn broke, offering a temporary respite. Meanwhile, a young couple discovered an abandoned cabin, seeking refuge within its four walls. As the night wore on, they listened to the moans of the undead, praying that the morning light would bring an end to the nightmare. Throughout the night, the forest echoed with screams, the sounds of desperation, the sickening crunch of bones and the gurgling moans of the undead. Each moment stretched into an eternity. Each shadow seemed to deepen. Each rustle of leaves sounded like a deathly whisper. As the first pale fingers of dawn crept over the horizon, the relentless horde began to retreat back into the forest, vanishing into the darkness from which they came. With the departure of the zombies, a heavy silence descended upon the clearing. The survivors, shaken and traumatized, emerged from their hiding places. The idyllic picnic ground was now a graveyard of memories, a testament to the horrors of the night. The attack of the zombies had exposed the darkest depths of human resilience and the chilling reality of their existence. The survivors, forever marked by the trauma of that night, were left to grapple with the aftermath. The once vibrant community was fractured, grappling with grief, fear, and the daunting task of rebuilding their lives. The forest, to bore the scars of the attack. The joyous laughter of the past now replaced by an eerie silence, broken only by the mournful cries of birds. In the wake of the attack, whispers began to circulate, tales of a mysterious research facility hidden deep within the woods. Rumors suggested that the facility was responsible for the creation of the undead horde that had descended upon the town, driven by a thirst for answers and a desire for justice. A group of survivors ventured into the heart of the forest to uncover the truth behind the zombie outbreak. Their journey led them deeper and deeper into the woods, the very place where the nightmare had begun. Each step was fraught with danger, not only because of the threat of more zombies, but also due to the unsettling feeling of being watched. The forest itself seemed to be holding its breath, its ancient trees looming over them like silent sentinels guarding their gruesome secret. As they pushed on, the group stumbled upon signs of the facility, hidden cameras, barbed wire fences, and deserted research labs. The more they uncovered, the darker the truth became. The facility was a sinister place where experiments had been conducted on a massive scale, blurring the lines between science and madness. Their investigation took a terrifying turn when they encountered other survivors who had succumbed to the same fate as the town's residents. These newly turned zombies attacked, forcing the group to flee deeper into the facility. Now, trapped inside a labyrinth of twisted science and despair, they had to navigate through the facility's darkened corridors, each step echoing with the specter of danger. As they delved further into the facility's depths, they uncovered disturbing logs detailing the horrific experiments performed on the human subjects. The facility's sinister purpose was revealed, a place where human lives were nothing more than disposable commodities in the pursuit of unlocking the secrets of the human brain. But amidst the darkness, a flicker of hope appeared. The group discovered a hidden lab containing research data that hinted at a cure for the zombie plague. With newfound determination, they raced against time to find a way to stop the outbreak from spreading. The climax of their journey took them to the heart of the facility where they confronted the mastermind behind the experiments. A desperate battle ensued, not just for their own survival, but for the hope of a cure. The facility, with its sterile corridors and cold steel instruments, became the battleground of their ultimate fight for humanity's future. In the end, the group was successful in their mission, securing the research data that held the key to stopping the outbreak. But their victory was bittersweet. The town outside remained a desolate wasteland, a haunting reminder of the devastating impact of the zombie plague. As they emerged from the facility, carrying the weight of their discovery, they knew their fight was far from over. The world beyond the forest was still teeming with danger, and the race to find a cure had just begun. And so the tale of the zombies in the forest serves as a chilling reminder of the potential horrors that lurk in the shadows, waiting to shatter the tranquility of an ordinary day. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity, as well as the lengths to which the pursuit of knowledge and power can descend. In the quiet moments of twilight, when the line between reality and nightmare blurs, the story echoes urging us to tread carefully in the woods, for we never truly know what may rise from the darkness to meet us there.